Labour's party conference with potentially embarrassing challenges taking shape for the week ahead on his policies and on his party management. The most direct is the pressure building up over the minimum wage. As the final conference agenda was agreed, a number of constituency parties insisted on debating a motion setting it at £4.15 an hour. Mr Blair doesn't want any figure to be chosen till after the election.
Tony Blair was already facing some difficult debates at the conference, but the campaign over the minimum wage has now turned into a direct challenge to his leadership. Against his advice, the conference will be asked to agree an hourly rate for low-paid workers. Delegates from 17 constituencies stood their ground in insisting that a minimum wage of £4.15 an hour should be a commitment at the next election. Leaders of the big trade unions, like Bill Morris of the Transport Workers, promised support.
I know what the TNT policy provides for, £4 and that's it.
Party activists are also promising to fight for the reinstatement of Liz Davis as Labour candidate for Leeds North East. Emergency resolutions attacking the National Executive's refusal to endorse her are attracting some support.
We've got natural justice on our side. There were charges alleged against her. Those charges were refuted. The only case made against her now is that she's a left-winger, and I think that's another issue altogether.
But Labour's Disputes Committee Chairman Nigel Harris, who recommended the rejection of Liz Davis, is threatening to resign if the decision against her is reconsidered by the conference.
I would have to consider my position in view of the advice I was given, yes.
The big surprise was that the rail unions have won the leadership's backing for their motion calling for the railways to be taken back into public ownership. Labour deny this is a U-turn, insisting that a publicly accountable railway has always been the party's objective. Gordon Brown, the Shadow Chancellor, is promising that in his conference speech he'll commit Labour to spend £1 billion on providing youth employment and training. Tony Blair will announce that no primary school child under the age of 8 will be in a class of more than 30, just one of the pledges he intends to make.
This will be the conference where people see a new and a changed Labour Party set out the priorities for this country on health, on education, on jobs, on the railways, on all those things that matter to the people of this country.
It's the bid to fix the minimum wage at £4.15 an hour that could produce the most embarrassing defeat of the week. Tony Blair has always insisted that the rate shouldn't be settled until after Labour are in government. But the votes of the big unions are lining up against him. Even so, Mr Blair and the rest of the party leadership are determined that the conference should be a platform for some of the policies on which Labour will fight the next election. Nicholas Jones, BBC News, Brighton.